All right, so Carlos is opening up the bottle. Of course, as Master Sommelier, he will attempt to make no sound. Let's pour this Rioja. Technically our second Rioja on the podcast, but the first one ended up being a Patreon exclusive. So,
yeah, I mean, I really enjoy Riojas.
all right, well, we have poured this glass of Rioja, and in front of us sits a deep red glass of wine with an obvious clay brick edge.
Yeah, you see what I mean. So, but when you compare this to either the Sangiovese or the Nebbiolo that we've tasted, they're not quite as
dark.
You know, the core is not quite as pale. Quite as deep as this one. It still has that brick color as we've mentioned, but the core is deeper on this one.
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
This
is
looking
17. Yeah.
Looking at the legs, quite slow and drippy.
Yeah.
What can that tell us? So they're about 2 centimeters apart.
Yeah, exactly. And very lightly staining as well. Very light tone of color to them. So, warm alcohol. So there's 3 parts in Rioja, or 3 subregions. You have Rioja Alta, Rioja Alavesa, and then you have Rioja Oriental, which used to be called Rioja Baja until very recently, but they just changed the name because it's a way of them kind of elevating that subregion, because Baja means lower. So they changed the name to Oriental, much more romantic.
All right, let's get on the nose here, sir.
Yeah, let's do it. So would it?
Interesting. Yeah, I kind of expected this, to be honest. There's nothing that shocks me. It does have that. It's not VA so much as it is. Maybe it is a little bit of VA.
Yeah, VA. Yeah, can be
volatile acidity.
Volatile acidity. A little bit of a long time oak aging.
I was going to say it tastes. It does. I know it's a reserva, so therefore it has to have age. But you do definitely have imparted oak senses on this wine.
It tastes to me like raisin.
Raisins.
No, resin. So
resin.
So when you cut the tree and that sap from the tree, smells a little bit like that, which is not very, very pleasant,
or very, very well known,
or very, very well known. But yeah, it's a little bit of that. So anyway,
it does. Do you know what? I actually don't find it that fantastic on the nose, which I seem to find. When you choose the wines, and sometimes Carlos and I will go in turns of picking the wines, and this is Carlos's, weeks. I do find the wines that you open, you were the one who picked the Chateau Hormadrac, which is, it was gorgeous on the nose. I'm a bit surprised this one's not there. Are you?
Yeah, a little bit, because usually, and the first thing I had was like green wood. So it may be that this wine is not, not the right bottle, but let's just...
So you got green wood showing like immaturity a little bit.
Like, again, that green sap of raisin and then that like a little bit of oxidation, which is very strange in here. It's not very typical.
So it's not typical.
No, it's not really typical. I think there's a little bit more to it. There's a little bit more red fruit. There's a little bit more milk chocolate now.
See ya. You've left me at the front door.
No. I think there's a little bit more.
I can't get past. I can taste that it's aged. Smell that it's aged. We haven't tasted it yet. Carlos has, so I'm going to taste it.
Taste it a little bit. There's a little bit more to it, Angus. And if this is a Rioja Reserva. It's not a style. It's not a Shiraz from South Australia where you will have that evident big black fruit, black currant, black plum, black sherry, maybe only 6 months of oak or 12 months of oak. Here, there's a lot more oak perception. And again, if you have American oak, in here you will have more that sweet spice, the coconut, a lot more that milk chocolate, which is what I find in here. So I think after decanting, it kind of opened up a little bit. I think he has to be judged for what it is. It's red fruit predominantly.
Well, let's go through our tasting. Let's do a structure. Come on.
Let's do it. Sour sherry. I will do structure on this one. So
please.
And aroma. So for me, nose is sour sherry, the raspberry, the cranberry, a lot of that, as I said, milk chocolate, a lot of almost the cumin and curry, and alongside a lot of spices. So clove, nutmeg, A lot of that coconut, which again, it's very typical from the Rioja. And palate. Let's throw in a palate. You just don't like it, yeah?
Nah, not for me. But I do think you should take it away though, because people are here to listen to a Master Sommelier, and for me, I'm not going to be able to contribute.
No, fair enough. Is a very classic estate, and I think it's a good bottle, as a good example. After decanting, I think the wine just opened up a lot.
Okay, well let me chuck some questions at you.
Yeah.
Is it a sweet or dry wine?
It is dry wine. Yeah, very good.
Acid?
Acid, it's medium plus on this one. Yeah, there's a nice salivating palate, which is combined with this nice sour sherry, raspberry, cranberry, which is ripe. So it's beautiful actually.
Body?
Body is medium plus. Medium plus has a good mouth feel. It's quite textural, and the alcohol is what you're gonna next.
Alcohol,
it's a good 13.5%.
Let me check. I think it feels right. I would have said 13.
13.5.
14.
So again, medium. High could be even high alcohol. Medium plus high.
I think medium plus is fine because wine gets up to 16. Like that's high.
But 14 is considered high. So everything under 13.9 is high.
Oh,
so
didn't know that. There you go. That's cool.
So now nice mouthfeel, nice texture, ripeness. So
tannins
are soft, fine grain, they elegant, they silky. So classic Rioja. I think it's. I think it tells what it is very well. Honestly, if I cannot convince you on something you don't like, I think it's a wine for food.
Great segue.
When you passionate about your Shiraz and your rich textural Chardonnays, that's what you like. I think this one is a very different approach. I think if you tasted it again, maybe a few times, I think you'll learn how to enjoy.
I'll take this one home.
Yeah, take it home,
and I'll try it again in a couple of hours with dinner.
Yeah, for sure. I think it will be good. Actually.
Speaking of dinner, what should I have with it?
You should have. You could have lamb shoulder. You could have, lamb shoulder, some celeriac puree or something like this. But I mean, a steak. Since you go home and it's an easy buy, pass by the supermarket, buy a nice proper steak. And
sauces, anything that's going to help elevate this wine?
No. I think you don't need any of that. Just have a steak on a pan. Very very hot pan. Almost smoking hot, and you just dump it in like toast, sear the steak on it, both sides, 3 minutes, let it rest, 6 minutes, and you can enjoy it like that. And I think you will have a very good expression of Rioja.